Oh my goodness. Welcome to another episode here at Critical Failures. We have most of the crew here as we continue the Curse of Strahd campaign on the 10th session now at this point, hitting the double digits. And thank you so much for watching as we have been cruising through the mist of Barovia into the chaos that has been our story so far. Speaking of that story, let's recap a little bit of what has happened last week with us on our Curse of Strahd ReVamped campaign. We have continued to make our way towards the town of Vallaki. We have gone to various areas along the way, over a bridge, and then stopping by what looked to have been a campsite of the Vistani. We learned a lot about them also. We learned that the Vistani is a group of people who can kind of come and go as they please throughout the lands of Barovia without a lot of repercussion or hazards in their way. They are joyful, they are playful, and they love to dance, play music, eat, and drink. They're not alone, though, inside this campsite, as they met Madame Eva as well. She is a fortune teller there in the Vistani camp who gave a little bit of fortune when it comes to ways to help them against the Count Strahd. But also, a little bit of personal fortune telling for a few of our members, including Jason and Palin inside the tent as well. We have been traveling continuously to the town of Vallaki, and we did get sidetracked by a group of these imp-like creatures that ambushed the party from the tree lines. Successfully, we were able to survive that, and we are continuing our way at this time to the town of Vallaki. Without further ado, without wasting any of your time and our time, let's pick up where we left off last. For our party, we are traveling via carriage across the town streets, kind of in between the two towns of Vallaki and the village of Barovia. We are traveling at this time with still a few hours ahead of us as the sun is getting a little bit lower. It's not nighttime yet, but the day is continuing. At this moment, what does the party do? Any conversations or any actions during this short rest that you can add if you need it at this time?
Didn't we end with Jason suplexing a thing off the tree?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we
There
can
was
catch
something
Jason
that we had
be
to
alive
see.
then?
Oh crap, yeah, hold on.
Yeah, how did you forget that?
Oh, we could. We are in the carriage. I am alive. We don't need to roll anything.
Oh,
fine.
no. You made some choices.
No, there weren't bad choices.
Some of the greatest choices,
Oh yeah,
by
we're
the
still
way.
fighting these guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe you attacked this one on your last one, right? And I believe it died, but you fell out of the tree, I believe, correct?
He suplexed it out of the tree.
correct.
Suplexed out,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, did you also take your I believe you took your damage already, I believe, correct?
No.
Yeah, that.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
I took
No,
him, that's why I'm
we-
down.
No, he's not down. We ended it when he was in midair.
No,
He never
rolled the
landed
thing
yet.
And I rolled the damage. I landed.
Yep, you have the 2d6 over there of the damage for 10 points. As you are down, you're not out, though, I believe, Jason, correct, at this time?
Oh no, I am out. I had 1 HP.
Okay, then at this moment, you are laying there on the ground. I believe that your friends and companions around you notice you fall from this tree almost like a sack of bricks, as a loud thud. At this moment, is there anything anybody does at this time?
I suplex the guy, so I do not fall alone. Like, at least
Yep.
they see a little body.
As you look next to you on the ground, you can see smushed almost like charcoal and ash against the ground is the remains of this creature. But there are no bones and there are no remains, almost as if the creature has crumbled to dust or vanished at this time. No other threats are in the area around you. What you guys do is you guys see Jason took a pretty heavy fall from the tree at this moment.
If everyone is too tired to heal him properly for now, I can simply stabilize him and we will allow him to recover naturally.
Still have a long way to go.
I'm just gonna look at him like. I'm gonna walk over and do I want to be mean? No, I won't be mean. I will just touch him and use my last point of lay on hands to give him 1 HP.
Jason, your eyes and your visibility becomes clear at this moment. You are greeted by the face of Thalamir, Palin, and friends. And then you feel a radiating pain from your back as your body is sore from bruising and what feels to just be sore muscles and maybe some cracked ribs from such a pretty dense fall from that tree and such a hard suplex.
I'm also gonna pick him up by his collar and get him on his feet.
Thank you, buddy. Oh.
How about we stay to the ground from now on?
You know,
Doesn't
me,
seem
I
like you
to
have, well, you need to find yourself a pair of wings or something.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. If I can just find my mask, I'll be fine.
You notice next to you on the ground, you can see that the mask is sitting there, almost imprinted into the dirt. It actually has almost been smushed from your fall, but is not broken. There's no damage to it, and you have discovered where your mask is at.
Great. Perfect. Just give me 1 second. He puts his mask. Oh yeah. Don't worry. You know, I guess I took the guy too hard, and some of the damage spilled on myself. I'll try to not use too much of my power next time.
Remind me again, what does that mask do?
Gives me confidence.
Do we know?
And
Gives him confidence, and it changes depending on a couple of different things.
Okay.
yeah, I can roll to I can get advantage on insights, and oh, here it is. Yeah, I can get advantage on deception, insight, and I can cast a message spell. And I just saw something that I also need to do eventually. Cool.
We still have further to go. So if you're able to move, Jason.
Oh yeah,
Look,
always.
As you get up and
Let's go,
kind of-
Wolf Boy.
Wolf Boy is crazy. As you begin to get some of that dirt and everything off of you at this time, as you get to, towards the carriage. For the group as a whole, do you guys do anything else at this location, or any conversations you have before you guys continue on your guys' travels, or is there anything that you guys do besides that at this moment?
Nope, I just hop back on the front, knowing that Ishmark's gonna have to hop back on next to me if he's still driving.
Yeah, as you guys
I
watch.
thought that you were just trolling him the whole way.
He's a nice person. He's a nice person. Doesn't need all the negativity.
No, Gray's not giving any negativity. She just thinks it's funny.
Yeah, at this moment, as you guys begin to kind of travel and make your guys' way back onto the road, we'll have Gray at this moment give a D100 roll at this time.
Alright. Let's see how we're gonna do today. Not great.
How do you know it's not great? That looks pretty great to me. That's a quarter.
I don't know, Wade just made a sound that makes it sound like it was
25.
not great.
Hey, you know what? That's better than a 1. With a
Yep.
25, you guys begin to travel and make your guys' way throughout the streets of Barovia. During this time, you guys do notice a few things along the way. As you guys begin to make your guys' way around some of the bends and some of the streets, a change of the mist ahead is something that catches your attention. Instead of the pale, almost like snow type of mist that kind of just sits there and rolls across, this is darker, almost like a charcoal color, and is almost moving with propulsion as it's beginning to kind of actually scoot across the road and within a few moments kind of disappear before the next cloud. It looks a little bit aggressive how it's moving, and as you guys go through it, you can actually get a taste of almost like flames, like burning timber or burning wood. That is something that you guys smell and taste at this time. Is there anything you guys do or continue as you guys are making your guys' way at this moment?
Is there smoke in the air?
You
Do I
guys
see a smoke?
You guys
Smoke
don't
in the air.
see any from the air, and being in the forest, it looks like it's rolling across the forest floor, so it doesn't look to be up into the air, though, no.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably slow down as I'm walking, and I'll look to the direction that it's coming from, and I'll pause for a moment because I have a couple of memories of burning wood and timber. And I'll kind of just take a moment and just kind of watch and try and see if I could hear anything.
Yeah, as you're trying to
Screaming.
make this perception at this time and perceive anything, feel free to give me a perception check to see if you notice anything in particular about this sensation and this encounter at this time.
9.
Okay, 9. It brings back memories from experiences that you've been exposed to. You have a familiarity with the smell, and then there's thoughts that kind of go through your mind of that specific time. You know, the similarities and everything that you've gone to almost kind of floods your mind back for a moment at this moment. And you can feel the same emotions, the same type of thoughts and feelings that you had during that exact time as well. During this, though, Palin, I also need you to give me a wisdom check at this moment. Just a wisdom check.
I got you, dog.
He's the wisest among us.
You're damn right I am. That's
With
20,
a
sir.
nat 20. At this moment, you smell that smell of that smelly smell.
Smell that smell.
You smell
What
the
is
smell
the
of
rock?
Smelly.
You smell with the rock. You notice it does smell like burning wood. But in addition to that, you also get the smell of flesh. You can smell that hitting your nose. And then for some of us that are familiar with that smell also, you get that smell also
Flesh.
coming from this direction. Not sure what type of flesh it is, of course, but it does smell like burning flesh, and a rotten, putrid smell as well lingers. Ishmark and Irina looked set to continue forward, unless you guys would like to investigate any further.
Are they not smelling this?
No, they smell it, but Ishmark is determined to get there before nightfall, to get back to Vallaki.
So they make
Yeah, they're
zero
not worried
comments on
about
that.
it.
Seems normal to me then.
Yeah, they're not worrying about it. I'm not worrying about it.
Yeah? Do you guys continue that?
Sounds good to me.
Yup.
Okay. Then as you guys begin to travel at this time, I'm going to have to ask for Thalamir to give me a D100 roll at this moment.
Coming up.
38. Okay. As you guys are traveling further and further, you guys finally make your guys' way over to what looks to be an opening in the tree line. You guys can see that there is a river that is in sight. It looks to be similar to the same river that you guys have seen by the Vistani encampments. This river has what looks to be a bridge that hangs over, but there is a difference. That on the left side up ahead, you guys can see a small pooling of water and what looks to be a large waterfall that seems to drop who knows how deep below. You guys notice that bridge up ahead looks to have trinkets and decorations kind of hanging from the sides of it, as well as over the arcs above it. That's something that you guys notice as you guys are approaching it. Is there anything you guys do at this time?
Castal's gonna try and get Ishmark's attention.
Yes.
These forests, do they often have tricks of the senses? Things to confuse people.
Well, the forest will sometimes mess with your head, if that's what you're saying, yes. If you're out there too long, or the mists can make you feel like you see things that aren't there.
And how often is it that everyone can see them?
Well, if everybody sees it, then I would assume that it is real then at that point.
I nod to him, and then I want to make my way up to the bridge and look at what trinkets are hanging off of it.
You see what looks to be mostly padlocks. You can see that they are all connected to what looks to be these chains that have been kind of wrapped and strung against the railings on the left and right side, as well as what looks to be these archways that kind of hang above it. All of these padlocks, as you begin to approach, look to have initials on them or some type of writing on them as you begin to approach in what looks to be various paints and styles.
I'll grab one and kind of inspect it closer.
You notice that the padlock is covered in kind of this rusty material, And you can see it's been out there for a while. But looking at it, you can see the initials J and W on one side. And then on the other side, you can see what looks to be a painting of what looks to be a house. It looks to be a small little house. You can tell by the design. It's not really detailed, but it's a small painting of, a residence.
Am I correct in assuming that these might be people who left Barovia?
Give me an insight check. Big roll. Big roll. We need another nat 20. That's 4. You can tell that these were people's property. You're not sure if it's people who have left or people who are still here, but it looks to be people that, at least have been to this location. It doesn't look like people just transported all these over and just connected them. People must have physically came to this bridge to connect them.
I imagine I ran ahead to do this, so I'll just wait for everybody there.
You see Ishmar kind of sits on the top, and you can see he kind of puts his head down, begins to rub his nose. And for some of you there, looks to be visible frustration, almost like he is antsy to continue and to get towards Vallaki, where inside the carriage, you can see Irene at this time has pulled out what looks to be a book from her various crates, bags, and almost like briefcases when it comes to how much stuff they've brought from their property. As she begins to read, and she doesn't look to be in that much of a rush compared to Ishmar. What do you guys say or do at this time?
Jason will turn to Irina and be like, "What is going on, princess? You were the one who was rushing the most, and now you're here just standing, reading the book. What is going on?
Well,
Aren't you in a hush anymore?"
I got what I want. I'm already outside of the estate, and I get to live my life. When I get to the town, I'm not going to see my brother again, probably, and I'll just have to find a way to make my own place in this world.
Are you happy to be rid of him? Or at least as happy as he is to get rid of you?
Well, he's going to have fun with his drinking and with all of those things. I'm fine with it. It's nothing that's really going to impact me that much. He never was really home. But it's just nice to see stuff besides the walls of the manor of the estate. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing you guys fight and defend us. And it's been fun to even have a few of my own, swings on some of the things that we saw. And it was fun seeing those Vistani people. I heard that you guys had fun with them. I knew my brother wasn't going to let me sit there and hang out with them the whole time, so.
Well, it's pretty fun. You should have gone with us. I mean, like I said, this is our chance to live your life. Live it. No, don't listen to our brother all the time.
Yeah. I did want to bring up, since we were talking, I am sorry for charming you earlier today. I wanted to go, I wanted to get out of that estate so bad that nothing was going to stop me from leaving today. That's kind of one of the flaws with me, is when I want something, I get it.
Worry, princess. I got that.
Give me a charisma check
least...
as well. We got to see the connection here. Big nat 20.
It's not going to be good.
Big nat 20.
I'm telling you right now.
Big nat 20.
It could be.
Oh, that's passable.
You're it's a balancing act. You're right there, kind of both sides at this time as you continue conversation with Irina.
But here's the thing. I'm probably the best person you had to charm, because if you had charmed like the horseman or the wolf boy, they would have killed you. Balin, I think he would have been nice. Ray, I don't know if you could charm her. Actually,
I was going to
won't you
ask.
try to charm her at some point?
Is your friend Gray? Is she? Gray, are you inside? Or are you with Ishmark at the front?
I'm on the front.
Okay.
Just staring into the distance. I have not blinked in a while just to mess with them a little bit. I'm talking like unnaturally long.
Is your friend like a zombie?
Yes. Yeah, she's a zombie.
So, how is it okay for you all to be around her then? And you can see that she shows you the book, and it's what looks to be some fictional novel or kind of story about uprising of zombies in a small cottage town. And she kind of just points at the front of it and kind of points back towards the side. She goes, is that something that you're not worried about, her turning you then if she's a zombie?
Oh no, she's a different type of zombie. She's not from this book. Like after people die, she like infects them with something, and then they come back to life. If you don't die, you don't have to worry about her.
Jason.
And if you're dead, then you still don't have anything to worry about because you're dead.
Jason, I feel like I feel like that's still what zombies do, kind of.
But she's cool.
And I also was gonna say is, when you guys do go to Vallaki, do you plan on staying, or do you guys plan on going back to the village? What is your guys' plans? I feel like it's all about me and my brother, but once we're there, we'll go our separate ways forever. So
I don't know. Our group has a lot of goals, but ultimately, I think we're gonna do whatever gets us closer to killing Strahd.
and you think that mask is gonna help? As she kind of like knocks on the front of it, kind of joking and playfully at this moment, and she goes, "I mean, it does look pretty foolish. I'm not gonna lie, Jason."
It doesn't look as foolish as you. You know, reading a book about zombies, assuming that anything in there is real. But
Helen,
it's fine.
give me another charisma check here. It can go one of two ways.
I'm just
Jason, did
watching.
you tell
I'm
her
not
to
saying
touch
anything.
grass?
Are you in there with her?
Ixtic is rolling around.
Yeah, dude, I'm just
cracking
staring.
up right now.
So imagine just post it.
And you want me to make a charisma check?
No, Jason.
No,
Jason.
you meant
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, Palin, you just
I'm just looking on.
full pause.
wait 1 second because the sheet isn't working.
It's scared. The
I'm just
sheet's
gonna roll a
nervous.
d20. I'm just gonna roll a d20
Hey,
and
it's gonna
just
be a
take
nat 20 right
-1.
now.
You rolled a 0!
A 0, baby!
Nice.
I love the night. This is why I play this game.
As you look over at her, you notice that the words that you said are almost distorted coming out of your mouth as you hear vulgar, vile, and foul language also spill out. Something that for you didn't expect those words to come out. And from the look of Irina's face and that her jaw has been dropped, she instantly yells to stop the carriage. What did you just call me?
That's right. I hope it was foolish, but maybe something else came out of my mouth.
She is
Not
going
that
to
was
slap you. Would you like to do the dexterity save, or would you like to just allow her to slap you at this moment?
I'm gonna do the deck save because if she zaps me unconscious, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing.
Oh, I forgot that.
He only has 1 HP!
Okay, give me a dex save. You're gonna have to get at least middle of the ballpark here.
Oh, boy,
I'm
here we
about
go.
to be knocked out.
No, another nat one. No
No,
more nat
you-
one.
you- But it's a deck save, and he's a barbarian, so
Yeah.
he gets advantage.
You can't roll 2 nat ones, man.
Yeah, you can't do it, man.
I want to see it. I
Slap
want to
fest
see
last
it.
night?
I want to see it.
I
Damn.
have a
18.
+2, so let me. Oh, so that becomes a
Dirty
natural
20?
20.
That was a dirty 20.
Ooh, that's not bad. As you kind of get out the way, she kind of smacks, and she looks at Palin and the giggling mouse sitting inside this room at the time. You can see she gets there, or she sits there and looks at you, and with a deep breath, she asks if she can switch seats with either Gray or Ishmark in the front. Gray, do you allow her to switch seats with you?
I suppose.
She gets up right away, does not speak to Palin, does not speak to Jason or the Giggly Maw, and just makes her way up to the front, and she slams the side of the carriage to the point where you can actually feel the actual whole vehicle kind of bend and give from that force that has been kind of shuddered through. It is awkward. She is not speaking. Ishmark is not really caring, but a little bit confused on this change of seating. Gray, you go inside and see the oh shit faces of everybody inside the carriage at this moment. What do you guys all say and discuss at this time?
Oh, Jason, you really suck at this.
Huh.
I mean,
My first assumption
what
was
did I
that Ma
say?
said something to offend her. This is somehow more amusing. Hello, Ma. I'm gonna sit next to you.
Yeah. Hold on a second. And he's gonna climb out to get in between Irina and Ishmark.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I was gonna ask them all, but hey, Caleb, what did I say?
You know, I don't think I should repeat that.
There may be children
What?
around.
What did you mean to say?
Essentially that she was foolish, and that she should read more things than just her fairy tale books.
That is not what I heard.
Cool.
Cool is crazy.
Oh,
I don't have much experience on social matters, but something tells me even the former, the non whatever it is you actually said, was still quite rude.
I've never heard words used like that. Not in that context.
Okay, Caleb, let's not blow this out of proportion, okay? Like,
My friend, it was bad. It was, she stopped the carriage and tried to strike you, knowing how wounded you are. She tried
She's
to
over
slap
the
It
you.
was a murder attempt.
She made an attempt on your life.
He was gonna mercy kill that man.
Finish him.
It seems that whatever you said was quite unfortunate.
I really think you should apologize when we get to Vallaki.
Do you think it could perhaps have been the mask if you believe you didn't say what you said? It's the only thing that's changed between then and now.
ooh, but also maybe the mask was right. Maybe I should have said all those things. No, I don't know.
That's
Your
the truth.
ability to be charmed is impressive.
Some people need to be put in their place, and apparently Irina is one of them.
Exactly. You know, she was getting too comfy. She was mind controlling us. She was doing too much. She didn't remember her place.
She had just apologized for the mind control though, when you said.
He was like, hey, I'm sorry about earlier. Boom.
Oh, me?
Is there anything else you guys discuss inside the carriage at this time?
I don't want him
think-
to.
Said too much.
No. No.
There's no saving Jason at this point.
Oh, awesome.
Gray's just leaving it be.
So, as the giggling ball is going to come out, I have some things to say to Irina, if I could.
Yeah.
So, I know she offered him some rolled up oats. So, as he's eating them with his mouth full of food, he's going to go,
Hey, so just so you're aware, you might really. When you charmed Jason, Gaston punched him. So you should feel better about that.
She spits a little bit of the rolled oats out and laughs, and you even hear Ishmark lets out a chunk. She goes, Why did Gestalt punch him?
Oh, he knew what you did. He was told. He knew. And he's smart. So he decided to punch him.
Well, that is really...
Personally, there's lots of other people he could punch. So just roll through the whole party.
Well,
Good luck, kiddos.
and he's going to crawl his way back.
she kind of laughs, and as she's speaking, you kind of crawl back and goes, oh, okay. As she looks back, and you see Ishmark starts pointing at what looks to be a few of the trees and starts talking about some story about like his childhood to Irina as the giggling maw kind of comes back into the area at this time. With you guys on the interior of the carriage, is there anything you guys discuss or do at this moment?
Hey, Jason. Hey,
What's up?
hey. Great work.
Yep.
You know what you should do? make a grand gesture of love. You know? Just to really smooth things over.
Why do you all assume I love her? She's just a little
What?
brat.
Oh, I don't care.
You keep oscillating. You keep oscillating, Jason. Even when you weren't charmed, you were still very, very adamant on assuming the best in her.
That was old me.
Old you? How old is the new you?
I think approximately as old as his time with the mask.
As you say that, Jason, give me a wisdom saving throw, because the mask did not like that comment right there about everybody pointing fingers at the nice mask. He's just a decor design option, you know. It's just like a skin, you know. It's like a skin.
It's not everyone. It's Gray.
Ooh.
Oh, they're natural one.
Jason.
He's the hero. He's the hero of this
Oh my
campaign. I'm writing
goodness.
it down right now.
Jason, you feel a strong anger coming from not your chest, not your heart, and not of your brain, but from the mask, almost like a scorching 1,000 suns against your cheeks as you feel this radiating heat, as you hear a voice inside your head whisper, almost in a misty and almost stealthy kind of tone, as it slowly increases in volume. Jason, do not listen to this fool. All they care about is the power that you now possess. We can get our revenge on them when you'd like. As the voice begins to slowly fade away, and you can feel almost like your fingers have a tingling at the tips of them, and almost like two magnets that are touching. You feel a gravitating force coming towards the revolving cylinders of your sword. At this moment, you feel that anger and that tension. Is there anything that you're thinking or say during this moment, Jason, before this continues?
I'm gonna kill the giggly maw.
Oh.
Say anything bad about the mask.
That was all great!
Are you
What-
attacking the Giggly Maw? Are you attacking,
Yeah,
Kurt?
I'm
You can do it
attacking.
anyway.
I'm attacking
I mean,
the
you can't
giggly
take it
maw.
back.
Yeah,
You said it.
let's see
It's gotta happen.
let's see the attack. Oh my goodness. Let's see the attack with the not the Maw. He didn't deserve it. Feel free to do an attack at this moment. As
He
you guys
was totally innocent.
Yeah, he's just a bystander. As you guys watch 16 does it?
That hits. That hits.
Roll damage as you see Jason just take out the blade, and in a quick moment of rage, you
No.
see the blade swings
This
forward.
isn't the blade. This is just a kick.
Oh, just
Yeah,
a
it's
kick.
a-
Oh, I'm sorry. With a kick over to the Giggly Maw. The Giggly Maw feels his chest, almost like a balloon that popped, as it kicks against it with that unarmed strike. What are you guys doing at this moment? As there's this moment of an awkward pause and realization that, oh shit, the Giggly Maw just got basically
Alright,
roundhouse kicked in the chest.
When,
So
when he
Gray-
gets
I
like
think he-
flung the side of the carriage because he's only like a foot tall, that should
Like a
Gustall's gonna see that, and you're gonna see the axe go right through the side of the carriage.
You know what? Gray's gonna go ahead and put you down for nap time, Jason. Make me a con save.
Oh,
As a reaction, you're getting spored so that you can go night-night for a minute.
give us a con
I'm
save.
gonna
You pass.
Gustall.
Let me see if it's still
also-
half damage
No,
real quick.
I think it's if they pass.
Jason,
Yeah, if they pass, it's a no damage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
I hate to say this at this moment, but feel free to roll initiation. Who knows how long it's going to
I
be?
rolled shit.
But it was bound to
You're getting a
happen.
nap. You're getting a nap, and we're getting that mask off your
Palin,
face.
you crit. Oh, you a dirty man.
I
You a
can
dirty
help.
man. You
Ah,
know,
shit, we gotta re-roll
Let
the
me try to
initiative.
help.
Hold on.
Let me fix it so that I'm at the 5 again.
Okay,
Jason,
the
roll
1
higher,
HP
this is
barbarian is
passed.
gonna fight the entire party. Okay, cool.
Let's
Imagine you wipe us.
reposition everyone. Let's reposition everyone.
Yeah,
so
feel
that
free to adjust
Jason's
yourself,
not in the
obviously, where
path.
you are sitting. I'm going to move Irene out the way for you. Should be
Yeah.
a similar order.
I think we're in the right spots roughly.
Yeah, everybody's roughly in the right spots.
Is anyone not in the turn order at this time? 1, 2, 3.
I'm not.
Gray,
Can't find it on
Gray, are
my
you
screen.
5.15 or the 5?
It's technically both. The .15 is just the tiebreaker.
Gotcha. Okay. And then Nate, you were in there as well now. Okay, cool. With the turn order in effect, what you guys saw quickly during this time was a kick to the Giggly Maw as he hits the side, an awkward pause, a attack from a axe from Gestalt against the side of the carriage. It actually splinters through one of the areas, and you can actually see it on the interior. And then, yes, Halo of Spores by Gray did not succeed because of this past Constitution save. But here we are at this moment. Gestalt, you're starting combat at this time. You kind of know what's going on inside this room. What do you guys do at this moment that I hope is not too dangerous, but who knows? What do we do, Gestalt? Because the Giggly Maw just got kicked. It's a big thing.
I'm gonna open the door as hard as I can. Like if I pull it off the hinges, I don't care.
Yeah, give me
I'm gonna grab it and I'm just gonna pull it open. I'm gonna store my way in. If there's shit in the way, I'm chucking it out of the carriage. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Angry.
And I'm gonna go, who dares assault my familiar?
And Gray's just gonna lift a finger and point at Jason, but she does not give a shit. Put him on the nap. He needs a nap. I'll stabilize him after we make him sleep.
How dare you? And what caused this?
The mask.
Oh, they were annoying me. Ixik was the closest. I kicked him.
It was the mask. It's a cursed item, I'm guessing.
It's not cursed. You are the
This
cursed.
is none of your business
No,
anymore, Gray. Whatever mask it is, it has no bearing on what he has done. It was his choice.
As I said, I will stabilize him after we give him his nap.
No way, Palin. You are now pointing out Jason at this time as well as Gestalt, you're inside. Palin points right away at Jason to let you know, just in case you had questions on who did kick the Giggly Maw.
I want to try and grab him and give advantage to Ixik. I want to give the
Vengeance!
help action
Yeah.
to give him to help
Vengeance!
him attack him.
To grab him, are
And then
you
I'm
trying to
gonna
do a
end my turn.
contested grapple?
I'm just trying to grab him so I distract him so
Yeah.
Ixik can do what he's gonna do.
Okay. As he is trying to distract you at this time, is there anything else, Gestalt, that you do on your turn as you kind of grab him by his clothing at this moment?
No, I'm just gonna hold him at the same
You gotta
time.
to roll anything to not be grabbed.
It's not. You're not grappled. I'm just I'm giving Ixik the help action by distracting you by putting my hands on you. You're not restrained in any way.
Yeah, you have
shape,
no debuffs or negative abilities from it.
Gotcha.
Palin, you watch as today's Barovian Jersey Shore episode continues. As you can see a shake against the clothing of Jason at this time. Palin, are you going to be a pal? What are you up to?
Jason, man. What happened?
It had to be
You
done.
guys were talking too much shit. The mask is not a problem, okay? The mask is the only good thing to come out of this.
Well, only. I don't.
Do it.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
What if someone else, just for a little bit, holds on to the mask?
I'll kill you.
Okay.
Jason.
Okay. I'm moving further away into the corner of the carriage and letting Gestalt and Ixik do their thing.
You tuck into the corner because the party is fighting at this time. Next
The
up
girls
is
are fighting.
the Giggling Maw. What do we do?
He's gonna try non-lethally slash at Jason. Does a 22 hit?
I believe it
Calm
does.
down.
Roll
Alright,
that
so you
damage for
take-
funsies.
You take 7 non-lethal slashing damage.
As you take out the blade,
And you're also poisoned.
Yeah.
Just because.
cooked. He slices across your chest, and you can see visible blood for a moment. As Jason, you look up and you feel this kind of poison rush through your body as you begin to get a little dizzy. And as you turn, with a thud, you hit the ground and you are unconscious and unstable at the current moment. What do you guys do as the turn order is gone for the time?
Balin, take the mask. We'll hide it and investigate it properly later. I will stabilize him in the meantime.
So the whole time when Ixik knocks him unconscious, he's just gonna climb up to him, and he's just gonna start clawing his way in from the scalp.
Oh,
And as when Jason falls unconscious, he's gonna pull some of his dreadlocks and tie it around his waist and like run around in circles, pretending like he's dragging him around.
Jesus.
The mighty Ixik has attacked again.
Who is
So you-
trying to take the mask off the face?
Take the mask off.
Can't take it off as you put your hands there.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you put your hands there and you try to tuck under the mask, and it feels like it is stuck or potentially fused to the skin at this time as you try to like yank it with your hands. But the pumpkin just doesn't have enough to take it off at this time. As you try to like yank it, it just feels arcane or magically stuck on the face at the current moment.
This could be a bigger problem. It is not coming off.
Allow me to
Ixik
take
is
a
gonna want to
look.
put his face right next to Paladin's face and look at what he's looking at. Just really invade his privacy.
Can I use medicine to figure out how stuck? Like, can we cut around the edges of the mask?
You can-
Type of.
You
I
can
got it!
either
I got
do
it! We'll chew the mask off.
yes,
Oh,
little
wait.
nail polish
But,
remover.
No.
We'll start around the soft bits, and we'll get to the really tough bits, and then we'll go back to the soft bits. Wait, what are we doing?
Okay. Nature or Arcana?
Gives you different
Alright.
info depending on which one you pick.
Well, nature was my good roll, so unfortunately it's a 6 on the die. Gray is not a very lucky character.
It's okay. With a 13, you kind of put your fingers kind of next to the mask and move it, and how the skin is moving, and how like some of the like visuals you can see when you're kind of investigating. Yes, just literally just stuck. You don't see it fused to the skin, but it feels fused, almost as if it is really taken traction. And that's concerning, knowing how long this mask, you know, the longer it's on, the effects it could have.
I wonder with proper rest and another charming spell if we might be able to remove it that way by having him willingly take it off. We'll have to try that later. In the
You're so
meantime,
sure this mask did it?
I am certain.
Based on
Apparently it also made him use foul language with the Irina girl.
I'm right here.
Yes, you are outside, I am inside. That's
She closes the little slots of the little window there between the front and back.
I didn't know that was open.
She had it cracked. But yeah, she's leaving you your
Ah.
space at this time.
He
So,
used
yeah.
foul language against the woman that charmed him. Is that just why you
Aelin, you
assume
were-
all this?
Palin, were you in here when it was happening?
I'm not
Can
gonna
you
repeat
explain
it. I'm not gonna repeat it as much as we want me to.
Would you like
He-
to explain how it is out of character for him?
It
So far?
seems to be. I mean, when we were in the church, he was ready to help as many people as he could. And I will admit, I think Gray could be right. Something has changed. The only thing it could be is the mask.
It is the only difference between before and the more recent erratic behavior. We had a bad feeling about it to begin with, did we not?
He was unconscious. Not even an hour ago. Brought to consciousness and had a spat with a woman who had charmed him.
If you would like to chalk it up to a head injury, the point is that he was being unruly. He needs rest. Apparently that means he has to be completely unconscious in order to be well behaved. We will have to manage without him.
What makes you such a expert on the living? I guess Sal's gonna storm out, pull his axe from the carriage wall, slap the carriage and go, keep moving.
As you guys are sitting inside there at this time, you can see Irene and Ishmar continue the carriage further. Thalamir, you have been kind of in the back section at this time. You would have seen the axe get thrown into the side of the carriage, and then obviously this situation get diffused. Is there anything you say or do at this time, or do you keep your distance from the group?
Oh, when the carriage stopped, I stopped with it, but I maintained my distance and just kind of looked back.
Just
What
waiting
the
it out.
hell's going on? Yeah. I'll wait for Gestalt to get back up here.
Gestalt, do you approach Thalamir at this time, or do you just continue side by side with the carriage?
After I slapped the carriage, I would just continue. I would, pulled my axe out of the wall and continued marching and try and get us to keep moving. But I wouldn't necessarily turn to say anything. We have a lot of ground to cover still, so I don't want to be stuck out here longer than we have to be.
Yeah. And that's a good insight at this time, as well as the sun begins to set further as you guys continue your guys' travel. I'm going to ask at this time for Gray to give me a D100, and then Jason to give me a D10 roll at this time.
Ooh.
I'm rolling lower and lower with the D100s. I swear to God.
Keep it up. Keep it up. We want to see what's happening.
7. Okay. As you guys are traveling, do you guys keep Jason in that stabilized, unconscious state, or do you guys, throughout the travel, decide to bring him back to consciousness? Just want to know in advance.
I don't have any means of healing him,
Okay.
Unfortunately. I'm able to stabilize, and that's it.
No self-revive, okay. Does anybody else do anything with him, or do you guys just leave him unconscious during this?
Are you asking if, he starts to wake up? Do they punch him in the face to keep him out?
No.
Is that what you're asking?
I'm saying
I'm not doing that.
because he is just stable at this time. If you guys give him any healing to have him conscious, or you guys just wait for him to naturally kind of get his rest during this?
There is
I don't.
no more healing, from my understanding. In that.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, low on the healing bug at this time. Feel free to give yourselves a short rest at this time as you guys begin to travel. Jason, there's some things going on at this moment for you, as you have been unconscious, asleep in a sense during this moment. You wake up in what looks to be a void. You don't have hands or fingers or any bodily awareness. You just are a being inside darkness. Do you say or do anything at this time? Or any thoughts inside your head?
He tries to speak to see if his voice too comes out. Like, hello? Hello?
Your voice echoes. Yeah, oh yeah, you knew that echo was coming. As it kind of echoes through this void at this time, you can see off into the distance what looks to be a singular light, almost like a torch that is flickering off into the distance. Besides that, there's no other light or visibility at this time.
This might be counterproductive, but Jason's gonna try to float towards the light.
The thought of even going towards the light makes you appear next to it. There is no movement of the body. You just exist next to it at this moment. And what you see is there is no light. There is a faint glow of the mask. As the mask sits there at this time, you can see that it is sitting on what looks to be a small marble platform. No bigger than 2 foot by 2 foot, but it's a small little slab. You hear a voice begin to echo back in your head, whispering your name and then some disembodied conversations and sentences. But then it starts to get a little bit more clear at this moment as you hear that voice whisper inside your mind. You must choose, Jason. Would you follow the powers of us and reach a potential that only you can find out? Or do you want to join your friends, being pathetic, scraping by on scraps, trying to survive a world that you could rule yourself? You must choose. Do you take the mask?
What would I need to give up in order to get this power?
Your face.
That's it? Like just my physical face? Do I still get like my thoughts and stuff?
You hear this kind of long pause, almost like there's a reluctancy to respond as you hear, you can still think, Jason, and you can still reap the benefits of this power. All you would have to sacrifice is your face.
I see. I would be tempted to accept this deal, but I can't deny the world this handsome mug. So, sorry whatever evil entity you are. I'm Jason all the way, baby. And he's gonna try to flip them, but remember he doesn't have any limbs.
Yeah, as this happens, you feel a static zap. And then for Palin and company in the back, you can see Jason's body lurches forward in this kind of sharp, jagged motion, and you can see his body begins to shake at this moment. For those inside the carriage, anything you guys do as you guys see Palin is schematically and physically moving at this time.
You mean Jason?
Oh, sorry,
He's
Jason.
like thrashing. Okay.
Yeah, yes, that's what you see. As
Mask is
Jason is
affecting me.
No, it's spread to
It
the
will
pumpkin.
immediately go like and lay on his side and mimic thrashing around like Jason does.
Oh no! As he begins to move around at this time as well next to him, the party watches as Jason is going through this. Jason, you rolled a 7 earlier, I believe. So as this happens, you get a moment of breath as your eyes begin to open, and you feel a coldness, almost like iron, on your face as you can feel the mask is there, but almost like it is sliding left and right, almost like it doesn't have that perfect seal like you had before. Is there anything that you do at this
I'm
moment?
gonna try to rip it off. Like I'm gonna try to take it out of my face.
Easily, you just take it off your face. There doesn't seem to be any resistance as you guys watch as the mask falls onto the ground. Doesn't look to have any ill effect when it comes to that, but there is something that you do notice about Jason that is different. You watch on his face what looks to be almost like small streaks of lightning, almost like this branch-like design, just for kind of the aesthetic of these darkened kind of nerves that are visible from where his eyes are, that kind of sink under, as well as from his temple, his ears, his nose, and mouth. They're just visible enough, especially in the moonlight, but there looks to have been some effect on his face. And as you're watching, you can slowly see those nerves begin to lose that kind of discoloration and fade away, almost like the touch of this mask is fading when it comes to the after effect at this time. Jason, you are conscious at this moment. Your body is weak. Even lifting your arm or moving your shoulder or leg feels like 1,000 pounds of weight onto sharpened needles. What do you say or do at this moment as the party's looking at you back in the back of the carriage?
Hey guys, I think someone's gonna have to carry me. I'm gonna just
We are still in the
he's gonna fall to the
carriage.
ground.
We are still in the
Okay.
carriage.
Yeah,
Do
this
not
one's
worry
okay.
about moving. He is... Alright. Ma, would you mind eating the evil artifact, or will that have ill effect on you?
Oh, I've got an idea.
He's gonna Exic's gonna kind of climb onto the highest thing he can find in the room, and he's gonna try and like jump off of it and land his face right in the mask if he can.
As this happens, he kind of
Oh my
just
God.
dives on it, and the second his face kind of smushes against it, he kind of puts his head up, and you can see it did almost like suction cup onto his face for the moment. As you see the mask is on the giggling maw at this moment. Is there anything you guys say or do?
Absolutely not, Ma. Get it off, please.
I immediately start licking it from the inside. What does it taste like?
It tastes like an iron kind of metallic taste, but in addition
Ooh.
to that, each lick onto the interior of this mask sends a tingly, almost numb sensation across your tongue, similar to if you got a shot at the dentist of Novocaine. There's like this kind of numbing effect as you are licking this mask, an arcane Novocaine at this time.
That is
It's a delicious ice cream cone.
He's just gonna kind of roll around, just licking it until he falls asleep.
As he licks it up to fall asleep. Is there anything else you guys say or do in the interior of this carriage at this time?
After Ma falls asleep, I'm gonna see if Palin is maybe willing to pluck it off of Ma's face before it gets attached. The last thing we want is an evil mask on Ma. It won't make much difference, but it'll make enough.
Well, there's a point there. I know we wanted to get it off of Jason's face. What do we think will happen when it's on Ma's face?
The same thing will amplify his worst habits that he's already displaying. As entertaining as they may be, I would prefer it not take a evil turn. At the moment, it's just chaos for chaos's sake. I don't want to see it become more structured.
I think we see where this goes.
I think not. If you won't, I'll figure it out.
I swear it was hard to take it off of Jason's face. Be my guest.
Gray's gonna make an attempt to kind of gently remove it from Ma's face to try and avoid waking him up.
He's so wet on the inside of that mask.
Give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can successfully do it without...
I accidentally GM
That's
rolled
okay.
it, but that's an 18.
18's a good number as you successfully are able to just reach over and touch the mask. And it is easy to take off. There is a moment where it feels like it's stuck just for a second. And then it is taken off. No ill effect at this time for the giggling. Well,
Drool.
Ooh,
Just coming
yes.
off the mask.
Yeah.
the grossness of
And
the
a very satisfied look on Ix's face.
You have the mask in your possession at this time now, Gray. What do you do or say?
I'm just gonna stash it in my bag. We are going to avoid contact with this thing for the time being until we can figure out how to destroy it. Well, I don't think it would do much to Gray because she technically doesn't have access to her own nervous system, just the musculature. So if this thing's controlling the nerves and I'm controlling the muscles,
It's a walking
It's just-
human. You're good then at that point. As you guys are traveling, Thalamir, give me a D100 roll, buddy.
Bring us home, baby.
Let's see what the old
Aye,
centaur
sir.
is up to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're leading the way. You know where we're going.
19.
Yes!
You guys travel
We're
into
leading the way.
an open field where you guys can see the expansive area of what looks to be rolling hills in the middle of this. You can see that the woodland forests are off into the distance, some that you've already traveled through, others lie ahead. But you do see off into the distance on top of a towering mountain looks to be Castle Ravenloft. Too far away to make too much detail, but it does lean kind of over the side of the mountain like an ominous shadow that is casted amongst the lands of Barovia. You can see that there are some lights that are visible in some of the towers of the castle. But as you guys are traveling further, you guys also notice off to the left, there looks to be a large rolling hill that is visible in sight. This rolling hill has one singular structure on it. It looks to be that of a windmill. This windmill is tall when it comes to the size of it. It is isolated. There's no other structures around it besides it looks to be a small, kind of like outhouse in the back, it looks like, for bathroom usage. But it sits there. You can hear the creaking of the windmill blades. But there is something that catches your eye as you can see that there is a flickering light that is in the third level of this windmill. It is getting darker out at this time as you guys are hitting the nighttime hours. There is no blue moon as you guys... Blue moon. There's no red moon or blood moon as you guys can see that the moon is starting to set into the sky at this time with an ominous kind of silver color that is kind of echoing across the lands. What do you guys say or do at this moment?
I've got nothing for now. I'm just guarding that mask in the bag with my life right now, or I guess my unlife, because I know that Ma over here is probably eyeballing it if he was awake to see it get put there.
No, he's out.
Maybe.
He looked that point
Sweet.
until he fell asleep. He was in it for the good time, not the long time.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Was it enough time for Jason to wake up, like, naturally?
Oh, yeah.
1 HP again?
Yeah, I would say that at this point you should be able to get back to that state.
First of all, I apologize for nothing, but also sorry, guys.
You may want to apologize to Gestal and perhaps vindicate me by explaining that it was the mask.
Okay, I'll apologize to him later.
He was quite rude.
Also, what did you guys do with the mask?
I am keeping it. It will be stored until we can find a way to get rid of it. Ma initially got a hold of it, but thankfully, she'll just kind of vaguely gesture at the unconscious Ma.
You ever been so messed up you went to sleep like happy?
Yeah.
Like
So
everyone can
messed
tell
up.
you just like it's the greatest moment of your life. That's what you see is happening right now.
Giggly Ma is in a great position there, knocked out at the current time of sleep. Anything else you guys discuss?
Maybe I should hang out with the mask. I don't know. I think I can control its powers. You know, like
Absolutely not.
one more. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
You should circle back to it later. Is what you're trying to say, Jason.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eventually, I may need that mask back. But eventually, right now I'm too weak and my mind is not at its peak. But later on, I think if I'm like full strength, maybe I can control its power. It did speak to me, and like we may come to an understanding.
You just see Gray raise a brow. She clings to the bag it's in even tighter. And just... she doesn't respond anymore.
I'm not saying now, but I'm saying if we are fighting Strahd and we see that our powers aren't enough, maybe the mask can help. That's all I'm saying. Like we don't dispose of it. We leave it on as a break the glass in case of emergency.
Well, maybe we try and find out what exactly it is before then. Maybe
Yes.
someone in town knows about it. Artifacts, maybe.
Maybe we should elaborate on the fact that it attached itself to your face and seemingly the nervous system.
Oh, it did say I would still be able to think, even if he got control of me. So.
In much
What?
the same way that my hosts could potentially think if their brain was still functioning. That was what happened with this host. They were kept in a perpetually low immunity state when they were captured by the Myconid colony I came from, so that my
Okay, yeah,
spores could take hold. She was
Yeah,
still
I don't
in
want
there.
to lead to that.
They say that you will keep your mind. That does not necessarily mean you will keep your body. They control your nerves, they would control the muscles indirectly. My method simply takes a more direct route.
I'll go apologize to Gaston. And
Please
I guess
do
I should
so.
also apologize to the mall for kicking up when the mall wakes up. I'm also gonna leave because I'm embarrassed. I don't know what profanities I said to you, Palin, but I'm also sorry for that.
We're all good. You just threatened to kill me, but it's fine. It's fine.
Everybody makes mistakes.
It's it's just the mask talking.
Well,
Soon
Sorry.
as Jason's out of the carriage and out of earshot, Gray's
Put on
gonna
the
turn
mask.
to Palin. No, I'm gonna turn to Palin. He is never getting his hands on this mask. Do you understand?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think. I hear him though on wanting more power, but especially for Strahd. But maybe it doesn't have to come from the mask. You know.
The mask attached itself to his face. We saw the nerves affected. It is a danger to himself and to the rest of us, especially with how it influenced his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like a very safe.
It is not a
Object.
tool to be utilized. It is not a tool to be utilized. It is a liability.
Probably, yeah.
I will figure out how to dispose of it at the first chance I can get.
Well, don't tell him that.
I will not,
Sure.
and you will not.
Hey, these pumpkin lips are sealed.
Then we are in agreement. And I will leave it at that.
Well, at this moment, you guys pass the windmill and kind of make your guys' way around this bend. And you guys see that there's a straight shot on the way to Vallaki. You guys see some of the smoke from some of the buildings off into the distance. Not the same smoke that you guys have seen earlier. You guys have not found the origin of that, as that has faded away back south of where you guys are. But one thing you guys do notice is as you guys are traveling, there is an opening in the side of the road. You guys are traveling what looks to be these dense forests as you guys begin to approach. But on the right side, there is a clearing that opens into what looks to be a giant lake. This is Lake Zarovich. It's on your guys' map, and it is expansive and large. This lake by itself looks to have several rivers, just from peeking through the clearing at the moment, that trickle in. But the water itself is still and dark, almost like a mirror inside a room of no lights. There's nothing that you can kind of see when it comes to the bottom or off into the distance because of the mist and fog, but it has an ominous kind of feeling as you can actually see the wind kind of go across the surface of the water with that mist and fog. Unless you guys plan on stopping there, you guys are on the way to Vallaki, one more good D100 roll away. So at this time, let's have Gestal do a D100 roll.
How are we on time-wise?
You guys are looking good. I mean, it's what a roll. Let's acknowledge that for a second. You guys didn't spend more than an hour at the Vistani encampment with the fortune telling, sitting and relaxing. With the combat and with this time with Jason, you guys are running a little bit behind schedule, but it is going to be a little bit later in the evening when you guys get there at this time.
Okay, but like, I mean, do we need to eat? Have we been eating when we were kind of like on the road, like we were moving?
If you guys would like to eat now, you guys are more than welcome to eating in Vallaki in the next hour or so to get your guys, nutrients and energy, especially with everything going on. But if you guys do have a snack or anything to eat or drink at this time, this could be a good time for you guys if you guys want to have that now.
We had that big meal at Hansa's camp.
Mm-hmm. And that's why if you
Yeah.
guys want to eat now, that's fine, or at Vallaki. But we get a 97 on that, which is a really good one. As you notice something above, you see a group of ravens fly above your head towards the city of Vallaki, or towards the town of Vallaki. Not just one or two, but 10 of these ravens begin to fly above and disappear off into the tree lines. That's something that you noticed as you guys finally begin to approach the town of Vallaki. With that 97,
Have we seen any other birds or any other wildlife since we've
you
been on
guys
the road?
have not. You guys haven't seen any deer, coyotes, raccoons, anything besides the creatures that ambushed you and these ravens. But with a 97, no ill effects, no strange encounters as you make your way over there at this time. And in fact, you guys have gained a little bit of time back from your guys' stops along the way. As you guys are a little bit quicker than what you guys would have been at as you guys approach the Vallakian town. As we switch over to this map over here, just to kind of help set the scene on where we are at.
God, did we actually make it?
I think we finally made it after how many sessions. The town of Vallaki is in our sights. A little bit of a description at this time of what you guys see in front of you. Okay. As you guys begin to approach, you guys see what looks to be the town of Vallaki off into the distance. A little bit about what you guys see is you see the old road that you guys are on meanders into what looks to be a valley washed over by darkness. Some of the mountains you guys can see up into the north and to the south. The woods left and right of you begin to recede, revealing this small town next to this lake. You can see that thick fog presses up against what looks to be large town walls. These large town walls kind of wrap around the entire surroundings and the perimeter of the actual town. There are some buildings and some residents on the outside, but most of it is kind of protected by this large wooden wall. You guys also see what looks to be sturdy iron gates, and you can see what looks to be a pair of shadowy figures standing behind each one of them, and then some of them standing above as well. As you guys begin to approach in the distance, that's what you guys see. Also, on the road you guys do begin to approach with, you guys can see that there are what looks to be stakes or pikes that have been kind of pushed into the ground, and you can see each one of them has a wolf head on it. All of them are impaled onto these spikes, kind of surrounding the walkway up at this time.
I'm gonna kind of like grab onto the carriage so I can look in, and since Ixit is basically passed out, I'm gonna look at him and then I'm gonna shunt him into a pocket dimension, so that way we don't have to explain him to anyone else.
All
So
right.
for the time being, he'll be gone.
And you watch as this arcane energy disappears. Our companion, the Giggling Maw, at this time, as you guys begin to approach, as Ishmar goes, "Finally, we have finally made it to Vallaki. Once we get inside, I recommend us going to the Blue Water Inn. As payment, I did pay for that week of rooms for you, so you'll be fine with that, but whatever you plan on doing here is up to you. Me, I am going to get absolutely blackout drunk at the Blue Water Inn. If any of you are interested, first round is on me for travel." As he kind of smiles and kind of nudges Irene as she kind of sits there, just kind of looking and kind of scoffs at him, as she is just peering at the gates as well as the wooden walls of the place, and kind of has a curious look on her face. As you guys begin to approach at this time, is there anything you guys say or do as you guys get closer and closer to this this entrance?
I'll send my weapon.
Jason will approach just all. Hey, friend.
He glares at you when you say friend.
I guess I would apologize to them all, but since he's unconscious or not on this plane anymore, I'm gonna apologize to you. Sorry for kicking him. I wasn't entirely myself. I mean, that was a part of me. I'm not gonna say I was fully mind controlled, but still, I'm sorry.
We're all kind of like in a group, right? Kind of?
At this moment, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna put my hand on his chest and I'm gonna start walking him away from the group.
Yeah, feel free to walk off to the side if you guys would like, etc., to have that conversation.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm just not in earshot of anyone else.
For sure.
And like, I'm gonna keep like walking, looking back as I do that. And once I get out of the way, I'm gonna say, "He is an extension of me. You insulted me by striking him. It was suitable that he is the one that put you down. Mind-controlled, cursed item, or not. Next time, I will strike you down. And you will not get up." And he's going to turn and walk his way back.
Productive talk.
as you guys have this conversation at this time, you guys begin to approach the main gates, and you can see that there's a guard post. You can see that there's a group of them sitting out there. It is dark, and you can see most of them either are lighting lanterns and kind of putting them amongst the walls and gates, or doing some small aspects at this time. But as you guys begin to approach, you can see two of the guards who are on top of the gate begin to peer down as you hear one of them mouths this, "What the?" and kind of pauses and looks down at you guys. And they go, "Oi! State your names as you approach."
I imagine it's Irina and Ishmark that are like the closest, unless anyone else is in front of them.
Yep, those two are in front. As Ishmark walks in front, goes, "It is Ishmark from the village of Barovia, and I'm here with my sister. My father has talked to you about this day, and as you must have heard that he has passed. The two of us are here to spend the next few days or weeks inside the town. May we enter?" And Irina kind of looks over and goes, "Yes, we plan on staying here for a little bit, and we know it's late, but we want to stay away from whatever chaos is out here in the meantime." You can see the guards kind of look and they go, "What about your friends in the back?" And you can see they kind of point. You even hear one of them kind of looks over towards Palin's direction and kind of spits towards the ground and mutters something. And you actually hear a few of the words as one of them says, almost like this freakish kind of description of you to the other, in a very rude way. Something that you can pick up with your passive.
Keep my hood down and not say anything.
Did they say anything about Thalamir?
Thalamir, as he begins to
cool.
approach from the side, they didn't notice at first that he was a centaur. They thought he was your noble steed with the carriage, until they noticed that he had an upper half, as they kind of raise their eyebrows as well, and they go, "I'm sorry, but no freaks are allowed inside the town of Vallaki. Only a few of you," and you can see they kind of pound, they go, "Only a couple of you can have a conversation with us. But for your friends, they are not allowed inside." You... Go ahead.
Come on, do you want to deny your city of such fine adventurers?
Yes. We are trying to protect ourselves and protect the city walls. We don't let Strahd's minions walk in here, as they begin to kind of look down. As Ishmark goes, "Well, I can say that me and my sister are a separate group of party members. We can go inside, and if they can't, then that's on them."
But how can you say that, Thalamir, when you sponsored us and gave us the
Thalamir?
coordinates and everything, Ishmark? You even said we were family, right?
If you leave us out here, you will not enter that city.
You can see he kind of looks
Also,
off.
Jason's not trying to do this to get our good friend Ishmark to join us. He's doing this so the guards know that Ishmark is with us.
Yeah, you can see his face kind of raises his eyebrows and looks over towards Gestal at this moment. He goes, "Guys, we need to get inside the town walls. Unless you have a better story or something to bring up, then we have to figure out something now."
How are they on the walls, the guards, or are they ground level?
There's some ground level over here by the Vallakian guard post, not within earshot to hear, if you guys are trying to be discreet. And the other ones are on the top, yes, of the gate. I would say about 20 feet off the ground surface.
I'll very, openly open up my coat, and I'll reach into my pocket, and I'll pull out my my symbol of Tyr that I carry with me as an Inquisitor. And I'll present it as high up as I can. And I'll say to them, "So you cannot see it from there. This is a symbol of Tyr. I am his Inquisitor. You may come down and verify it for yourself. I act in order of my god. I can vouch for what we are doing here. We are simply escorting, and then recouping our payment for our sacrifice, and we are out. My holy symbol is true. Your cleric would be able to vouch for it.
You can see he looks down and kind of looks at one of his companions and goes, "How long do you plan on staying inside the town?"
We were promised a week.
"Then a week you shall have, not a day more. Open the gates for him." As you can see, one of the guards kind of looks over and looks at your object in hand at the time as the gates begin to kind of grind open. And you see Ishmark looks back and goes, "See? I never knew that it was going to be in doubt. Let's head to the blue water and let's put an end to this." As he kind of smiles and walks in very just kind of proudly at this moment. As Irina kind of looks back and goes, "If it makes you feel better, I would have said that I've known you guys, but let's just get this over with."
Probably would have charmed the god. Probably would have worked pretty good.
She smiles and kind of looks her direction. She goes, "Maybe I'll put a mask on him as well." And she glances over at Jason, and she is still not okay with you right now, Jason, after the comments. As she enters inside.
I deserve that.
Well, for those that are entering inside, you guys can see the map over here. There's different locations from shops to what we call community buildings, stuff that like people can access throughout the community. And then there's some locations of interest that are labeled, but there is more besides what is just visible at this time. As you guys are entering inside, let me give you a little bit of a description on what you guys see and a little bit of visibility of what the streets look like inside the town of Vallaki. As you guys are approaching at this moment, you guys can see what looks to be the towering residence of some of the buildings. Some of them are more kind of apartment style, I guess you can say, but they're all these Victorian style housing that some of them are just held together by wood. None of them look to be of estate or manor material, especially where you're at. But it is better than the village of Barovia. It is not as dangerous. As you go inside, you can actually see people, yes, in the street living their actual life. And there's a little bit just more joy. Not a lot of joy, but more joy inside this area. This is what you guys can kind of see when it comes to the interior of the city walls. Are these expansive kind of hallways that make their way down. You can see the different kind of levels of the properties. Oh yes, no.
So cool, I love that.
But it is a lot bigger than the village of Barovia, yes. There's different layers you guys can see. And the streets do have what looks to be a good amount of people on them, even at this hour of the night. As you guys are entering, you guys successfully are inside the town of Vallaki, heading towards the Blue Water Inn. Are there any stops or any things you guys do along the way? Think on it. It's a brand new, beautiful place.
That was real cool. I was not expecting that. That was really cool to see that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So now we get to see what the streets look like a little bit as you guys have traveled in. In addition to that, we do have some shops and stuff as well that you guys can obviously explore and stuff on whatever time you guys would like. You guys should have access to all of them in a moment, and I'll just kind of show you some of the shops you guys have that are available inside the village of Barovia. So one of them, for the first example, is looking off towards the left. You guys can see what looks to be this large church. This is not a abandoned, partially collapsed church like we saw in the village of Barovia. This one looks to be well kept. There also is a herb and oddity store. There's a potion store, an armory, and weaponsmith store. In addition to this, there's obviously the Inn Tavern. There's a general goods store, but there's a couple other ones of interest as well. There is a toy shop that is said to be somewhere in Vallaki that Ishmark has brought up as you guys have been traveling. There also is a coffin store that helps with services of burials, funerals, and also purchasing your coffins. A lot of them are just kind of the same mundane designs. Tons of different locations you guys can kind of look through. An example one will say for weapons, if you guys want to explore that area at all, you guys should have some availability down here. So this is what some of the shops look like. So you should have your objects in there visible. based on the rarity and everything. So now you guys just get a running list of some of the items, not all, that are available inside the shop. And if you guys have questions on like a specific item's abilities, I can give you that out of this sheet because it doesn't have descriptions for some of them. But yeah, so that's what looks to be some of those. You guys will have access to most of the main shops now. There's a armory shop. There is a remedy shop, which just has what looks to be a bunch of different potions and stuff of such. We also have our general good. And then we also have what looks to be this oddity shop and herb shop as well. So you guys have access to all of those things at the current time as you guys have entered inside the town of Vallaki. Do you guys go to the inn or do you guys go to any other location at this moment?
I'm sorry, I'm like blown away by all the stuff that you have here. That's awesome.
And you guys can always access that whenever you guys want. And it should have a brief description of the shop, the owner, how much staff they usually have. For example, the remedy shop, the owner does not have any workers besides her stray cats. So there's nobody else that really works there. She has 150 of them. So it is a place where you guys can explore it, obviously. For example, she has a bunch of potions, and there's some brews and books that you guys can buy as well. For example, there's a potion book on organic potions, religious potions, psychic potions, and dangerous potions. So there's a bunch of small things you guys can kind of sink your fangs into as you guys continue in the town. But unless you guys have anything else to do, we can head over to the Blue Water Inn or explore any other location at this moment.
It's late, right? So
It
some of
is.
these. Okay. I will want and have to go to the church, but I'll wait till it's morning to go. So my only intention is to make my way to the Blue Water Inn and kind of end the night.
So you head over there. Anybody else at this time does anything?
It was too much to look at. We're all reading the items.
I know. There's a lot.
No, Thalamir would have been walking all day, so he's ready to go to bed.
Well, I don't think that we should have Thalamir's hoofs wait any longer as you guys make your guys' way over to the Blue Water Inn. And what you guys see is the following. You guys see what looks to be a beautiful exterior of this inn, a big blue painted door in front, and a sign that sits there as well in front of you. As you guys approach, it looks to be rather inviting. You guys see that there is a bathhouse over here to the north where you guys could shower, kind of freshen up from different events. There is a well over here, and the two doors over here, you guys are more than welcome to enter if you guys would like, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do.
I'd want to wait till after Ishmark and Irina walk in first.
They kind of take their time as they kind of look around the area as they make their way in, and they find themselves two seats over at one of the tables as they enter inside. There doesn't look to be any danger as the doors open, and as you guys go inside, it looks to be rather lively. Even at this hour, you can see that there's drinks, there's music playing by what looks to be a violin that is floating above the tables that is playing by itself, and then you guys also see what looks to be a flute that is floating around that is playing notes as well. In addition to that, you guys can see that the rafters of this property have tons of ravens that are kind of cooped up there. Some of them are sleeping, some of them are moving around. Not a lot of activity going on with them. They're tired. But there's a bunch of people in here. You see that there's these two hunter-like gentlemen over here. You can see that there's a man sitting at this side of the bar, a man sitting isolated over here, a man sitting here with what looks to be a bunch of maps and papers, and there looks to be a female patron down here who, the second you guys walk in, she is just looking with a big smile and just kind of waving her fingers as she yells, "Well, I didn't know that we had fresh meat walking in here. Oh my goodness." As she kind of looks everyone up and down, and when she sees Palin and Thalamir walking, she goes, "Oh, the uniqueness of this group is something that I would just love to get to know." As she begins to kind of get up and walk, and she puts her hand out towards Gray and Jason and goes, "And how are you two doing today? You both look unique."
Yeah. Yeah, that's What is her
I-
vibe? What is her deal?
She, with a nat 20, she is very charismatic. That's the sense that you're getting from her. And she almost looks like she is like investigating or dissecting the party as she's going from person to person, kind of sizing up, just seeing like who's in here, who's kind of like the, the leaders of the group and stuff like that.
All
With
right.
my
Well,
4, I fully trust her, right?
Yeah. You would trust her,
You
I
know,
would say. Who wouldn't?
I am aware of what she's doing, but it's pretty harmless from what I can tell. It's just her trying to protect herself and the people surrounding her. It's fine.
Well, she walks over towards Gestahl, Thalamir, and Palin, and she smiles. She goes, "No, I don't think I've ever seen a jack-o'-lantern, a centaur, right?" So she kind of looks over your direction, towards you, Thalamir, at this moment. You are a centaur.
Are you asking me?
It's an educated guess, but sure.
A good one.
I've never seen one before. That's why
Good
I've
guess.
read books about it. And you have a really nice jacket. As she kind of looks over towards Gestahl and kind of like puts her hands over the jacket and kind of leaves her hand on just a little bit too long, kind of moves kind of across the shoulder and walks around you. Goes, "Now, I have to ask why a group of fine adventurers like yourself would be here at this hour inside the Blue Water Inn unless trouble's following you." As she kind of looks over towards Palin and kind of blows towards some of the carvings of the pumpkin. The flame does not extinguish, but it does flicker with arcane gestures at this time.
How's Palin feeling right now? Is he turning a little flush for a pumpkin?
The same permanent pumpkin smile he gives everyone. Just staring right on back.
Not a lot
I
behind
feel like he's
those
sweating a
eyes.
little bit.
Isn't that smile just a little bit bigger, though?
Yeah, does the flame increase?
It for sure did not change size. It is still the same.
That's going into the quote.
Well, if any of you would like a free drink on me, I'll be at the end of the bar. As she begins to slowly kind of sneak her way through and sits down as she looks over at Jason and goes, Are you in the need for a drink?"
Absolutely.
The barkeep hands over what looks to be a glass of wine for you as the barkeep even gives you kind of a smile and kind of walks away at this time to serve the other patrons. As she is just looking at you kind of like this, talking to you about some of your adventures, how much you'd like to share. But Ishmark and Irina are sitting at the table. Irina is just kind of glancing around in this just take everything in kind of vibe as she is looking at the patron. She's looking at the wine casks in the back. She's looking at everything around her as Ishmark already has 3 drinks ordered that are around the table with him as he is just kind of nicely putting them down, and he's kind of like observing, taking a sip of one as he goes as he loosens some of his armor up a little bit. He goes, "Well, a deal's a deal, right? I said a week's stay, which I've already paid for, and how much gold do you think would be serviceable for your time here, helping us out?"
That you'll have to discuss with someone else. I'm just here to ensure that we get to the rooms, that we are squared away.
Sure. As he kind of leans his head over and he kind of yells out, not in a loud voice, but he yells to the barkeep. He goes, "Danica, dear, that set of rooms for that week that we paid for, we're going to activate that tonight. Is that okay?" And she glances over and she goes, "Yeah, that'll be fine. We have 2 rooms available. One's more of a community, but the other one can hold a couple too. If you would like, who would be in the community 4 and who would want the room of 2?" Ishmark turns and looks at you
I'll
guys. And goes,
take the community.
"Well, that's up to you guys." As he knocks his boots off at this time, he goes, "We already have one of our suites here ready to go, and then by tomorrow, this will all just be like a dream."
And you will do what? Stay here. Drink till your fortune goes away.
My fortune's going nowhere, and neither are the drinks. I'm gonna enjoy myself for a week to not have as many responsibilities. I'll find a job and do something here inside town.
He'll get up, and he'll take one of Ishmark's drinks with him, and he'll go over and sit over here, kind of where Gray is.
As you guys begin to kind of situate yourself inside at this time, for Thalamir and Palin, the two of you, anything you guys are up to at this current moment?
I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what everyone's up to, seeing if there's any notable figures.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
And then, guess I'll just get a drink and sit here.
Yeah, as you take a seat over there. Palin, sitting over there by the corner of the entrance, you see Jason is at a bar. You can see Thalamir has found seats with Gray and Gestal. And then you also see at this moment that there's a wide variety of people scattered throughout the tavern at this hour. What do you do?
I'll join the group as well. As I'm headed to the seat over here, I'd like to glance over to these two.
Yeah, you can see...
What are they doing?
You can see two individuals. One of them is a lot more husky and larger in size than the other. They wear what looks to be these thick fur coats. They have crossbows on their back. They look to be hunters. They look a little slimy and greasy looking too. One of them has a beard and has a shaved head. The other one has hairs that look to be like wet hay that kind of falls to the sides. And both of them are eating what looks to be this large bowl of stew or some type of soup or slop. There's a couple drinks scattered across. And you can see occasionally the one will kind of like nudge the other one and point at something that looks to be in this map on the table. They look to be discussing something. They don't seem to pay a lot of mind to you guys as you guys enter.
I'll come sit down.
Yeah, it's the four of you take a seat over there. For Thalamir, Jason, Gestal, Gray, Palin, and company, what are you guys up to at this current moment? Or any conversations had at this table at this time? As this is one of the first moments you guys actually get to rest and relax in the town of Vallaki.
Jason will call the barkeep and ask for a mead on Ishmark's stay. Hey, that guy's paying for me, so give me just meats, please, or ale or whatever you have that is on their general area.
Of course, and just for you or for everyone else as well?
Oh, if you can come to our table later to see what everyone wants, that would be pretty cool.
Sure, I'll make sure me and my husband stop by. She nods and smiles and disappears into this back room to get drinks and food at this time. Out of sight, you guys are kind of sitting there at this current moment. Anything you guys discuss or do at this time?
Have you heard of this place, Vallaki, before?
I heard of this place. DM.
You know that there is a town of Vallaki. It's one of the stronger settlements of the area. You have not visited there based on your experience in Barovia, but you know it's a place that is rather safe once you're in there. But anytime you leave the walls, obviously you're back into the chaos and danger and dread that is the land of Barovia.
Is this one of the safer areas?
Safest in Barovia.
The safest?
The safest, I would say.
Okay. From what I know, I mean, this is my first time here. From what I understand, this is the safest town. Lands. The walls here are sturdy, well guarded, maintained.
Do you find it odd that what you had heard, the rumors, all those years ago, are still very true now. Should not these things have changed? Cities do not last long in our time. 100 years for high walls is plenty.
It is odd to me that the Count is willing to let these people build up so much. I mean, from what I understand, he is a very sadistic person. He likes seeing people struggle, like seeing them beg. The people here seem like they're thriving, almost. And they feel safe enough to walk the street at night. Wonder what kind of game Count is playing here.
Delamere, are you saying this out loud at this moment?
Yeah.
As you say that, you can feel a hand palling on your shoulder as the girl who's sitting at the bar with you and Jason kind of whispers in your ear, goes, safe enough to have a family here. Safe enough to become rich. Make a name for yourself.
He's out one squash pallet. That's all it's saying.
She's
I
saying,
actually-
forget your wife. Forget your wife. Start a family here.
Many gourds.
I do not like that at all. I'm gonna get up and I am leaving this seat.
Just yell that you're married. That's all you gotta do. I'm already married.
I'm going to slide my pumpkin self out of this chair, and I will be joining this guy over here at his table.
He's mid Vallaki newspaper, looks up and kind of goes, you're one of those freaks who just walked in, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna slide out of this chair.
Just sit by yourself in the corner.
Who do you try to sit by? Do you try to sit by anyone else?
I am
Did
going
I
to.
just switch seats with me?
I'm gonna slide
that
out the
couch
door.
chair.
No, I'm leaving. I'm done here.
Oh wait, Balin.
No, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Because the two of you won't get into any trouble.
Palin, do you go anywhere such as like the bathhouse or the well, or do you go anywhere else at this moment?
I'll go sit at the fountain if nobody's around.
Palin, as you take a moment of somber to look into the well, as Jason is following closely behind. This is kind of sad. You look into the well, and through the reflection, just for a moment, you feel like you see your real face, how you used to look. You can see almost as if it's your memories, what used to be, and now in a moment of humiliation inside the blue water, and you can watch as those features just go right back to your pumpkin face as Jason approaches you from behind at this moment.
Like pulling a coin out and flip it into the water.
The second it touches the water, you can see some of those facial features appear back in your face through the ripples. Once again, a quick, sharp, small reminder of the past that you had. But you're you're you now. As you can see, the ripples begin to settle as once again you see your face there. At this moment, Jason, you watch as he flips a coin in, looks down at the well, expressionless because he is a pumpkin gourd face, but you can feel the sadness. It's like a cloud as you begin to approach. Anything you guys say at this time, Jason? Keeping your distance from him at this moment, Jason, as you kind of watch him kind of dissect and kind of unpack everything by the well. We have another conversation going on by that table as the girl sits right in the spot that has been opened, and she kind of sits there and kind of leans and watches you guys. As Gray, you discuss with Gestal and Thalamir about what you're going to be doing with potentially that mask, unless you guys have any other conversation at this time.
You know, if she is like approaching and making it clear she's trying to listen to me speak, I'm gonna just do this kind of telepathically. Rather than speak it out loud, so that I'll have to do it one at a time to each of them. They won't be able to respond. But she's just gonna kind of look at the table, fidget a little, and they'll hear in their heads that monotone voice. You know, I intend to either destroy or dump the mask. I was thinking the lake may be a quick solution. Of course, Jason cannot know. He's still attached, even with it removed.
Oh, you guys are just awkwardly staring at each other as,
I'm not awkwardly staring at anything but the table.
she just kind of looks at this moment of pause, though, and she kind of gets the message to leave you guys alone.
Alright, let's go.
Anything you guys discuss as you guys had that moment of connection and messaging at this moment? What do you guys do now?
Why is it that you fear he cannot have it? It doesn't make any sense.
Even with it removed, he was talking about how perhaps he could use it at full strength, how he could control it. He is not learning from it.
You
Like
cannot-
recognizes like.
you
Gestal.
cannot govern him.
Like recognizes like Gestal. I saw what it looked like when the mask was removed. It was affecting his nerves. It was an
And I've seen
indirect.
what happens when an animal does not learn to stop feeding. And you have to put it down. Because it will feed, and it will feed, and it will kill everything inside. So if we're starting to take agency away from others, then shouldn't we start with you? Because there is only so much muscle and tissue around before you need it from living people.
I have already
You
made it
know
clear
different.
I will not cross that line. Jason has made it clear that he will.
I do not fear Jason putting on a mask that makes him aggressive. He is aggressive.
This goes beyond aggressive. He was discussing that he was making negotiations with whatever was inside it. How it would allow him to keep his mind.
Gestal, when she says that, is going to immediately look at Thalamir. Immediately, like right in the eyes. And he's going to breathe that in for a second. And then he's going to turn back and look at Gray.
Like recognizes like. This mask contains some kind of parasite. No different than the mushroom that I am inside my host.
So you are splitting hairs as to which parasites are okay to keep around, which are not.
The difference is I am not actively causing anyone any harm. This one wishes to. I have kept firm on my stance. It is ineffective to go after living hosts. It is ineffective to go after you, after him, after any of these people. They are alive. My spores do not work on living tissue. I am not capable of killing enough to be able to take control that way. I am perfectly satisfied waiting for things to die.
Right. So you'll just wait. Wait. With armies of yourself over time. And those armies will continue to grow. And grow. And grow. And grow.
If you truly see me a threat, I do not need to stay.
I don't understand why you think you are a threat. You are not a threat. And that you are here trying to make us join or agree with you. to take something away from him that is exactly like you. You want to be trusted, yet you see something just like you, and immediately you wish to destroy it. You want to hide it, you want to keep it away from him, you tell him what you do with it. You show him, or you trust him, and will not be part of the deceit behind another's back.
I was simply informing you of my intentions.
You're informing everyone but the person who needs to know it.
The one who needs to know it intends to keep it,
And that is
despite
his choice.
my advice.
That is his choice.
I will not give it back to him.
And that is yours.
I agree with Ray, actually. It seems like this thing altering the way that Jason thinks, acts, feels. The way that he would normally not. With it also making bargains. That leads me to believe that it's some sort of evil entity that has an ulterior motive, maybe using Jason to get what it wants. That is its
And
power.
you will partage his deceit and do it behind his back.
Perhaps we should discuss it with him, what it wished to bargain. If we want to be fully transparent, he should have to be as well, not just me. We need to ask what it offered him
I believe
and
he
what
is
it wanted
outside.
in exchange. Then let us go. I do not want to go alone, and Palin is soft on him.
As you say that, we'll switch
Soft
to
like a squishy pumpkin.
we'll switch to Palin crying in the well outside. Palin, you're sitting up there. Jason's behind you, off into the distance. A loyal observer, a few feet back. What do you guys say or do at this time?
I'm standing and waiting to see if they follow.
What are they? Sniffle, sniffle.
Phelan has been crying this entire time. Jason will put a hand on his shoulder.
With hand on shoulder at this time for Palin and Jason. Anything you guys discuss or anything you guys say at this moment before the party begins to move around at this time?
I just thought it would be different here. Everywhere we go, they still see me as a monster.
We never saw you as a monster. No, we always saw you as Palin, or a good Paul.
He's a freak.
Here's somebody in the background. Freak!
Disgusting!
Great
Gross.
heavens!
Get the pitchfork
Put
and
it away.
torches!
Light
It's
him
an
up.
ugly barnacle.
As those are true comments from the people walking by. As you guys are glad that we workshop that together, all of us. As you guys are sitting there talking to each other, yes, you discussed with Jason things. Thought they were different. Anything else you guys add on to that at this moment?
When I see it, they're just jealous, because when you enter in a room, no one else is like you. We, the people with my kind of face, like everywhere we go, there's a bunch of people just like me. They're unique.
I just don't think they value that. They see what they see, and that is in ugliness.
That's the ugliness from their hearts. You, Palin, you are the most beautiful person out of this group. Okay. And hey, I don't often tell people that they're beautiful, so it's a compliment.
I appreciate that. I just don't see it. I'm not sure anyone else does either. But I do appreciate your words. Oh, how they have changed since earlier, when you used those vile words with Irina. I'm so glad that I am on the receiving end of something so much nicer.
But we don't need to keep mulling over what I said. Okay, like.
No, we won't.
Have
We won't
more-
go over it again.
Okay, thank
But,
you.
enough about me. What are you feeling now? Any different than when you had the mask earlier?
I'm just feeling like good old me. A little bit ashamed of what I did, but for me.
I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of. I mean, you've offered an apology.
I'm still scared about what I said because you just refuse to say it again. It must have been something
He's like,
pretty
say
vile.
it.
It's not good. Maybe it's best left, to the past. Are you thinking of wearing the mask again?
No, I don't intend to just put it on willy-nilly, but if it is, look, it made me a promise that like it could make me insanely more powerful than Strahd. So if it truly has that power, if it truly has that ability, I mean, I think it would be wise for us to keep it, kind of as a secret weapon.
Well, I'm not looking for maybe the exact same thing, but some other sort of power to help with my skin condition. So perhaps we could look into finding some source of power, whether it be to help with myself or to help with your strength, and we won't have to use the mask.
Okay, I can agree to this, but hey, Payment, just how about we make a promise to each other right here that we won't give up what we are in order to achieve our goals.
Promise that. Absolutely.
There we go.
Okay. And at this time, for the whole party as a whole, do you guys reunite or do you guys do anything else at this current time? In the tavern, outside the tavern, but inside the town of Vallaki at this time?
I'm watching to see if Valamir gets up to go outside, and if he does, I'll go outside. If not, I'm gonna stay inside.
I'm waiting for you to, because I'm not trying to confront Jason when he has Palin, because Palin's almost always on his side, man.
I mean,
Sorry, you're done.
I'm on Jason's side.
He's a pal.
I'm not going by myself.
What you doing, Valamir?
He goes, I just sat
I
down.
don't think he was on my side when I had the mask, but
I'm on your side.
Great. May I hold on to the mask? We can talk about this later.
Go chuck it on, huh? You gonna chuck that mug on, huh? That's okay. I love it.
If
God.
you don't mind, Valamir, I'd prefer to keep it. I do not need sleep, meaning it will be less likely to be pickpocketed from me. I'm able to keep constant vigilance. And I'd prefer we don't risk anyone else being tempted. Not to assume that you would be, but more, I know that I won't be.
Fair enough.
You're
We
not
can talk
just
about this
Valamir.
later, though. I don't think this needs to be discussed right now. Let us sleep, rest, talk about this in the morning.
Very well. I do not like the idea of him being attached to it like that. Of him bartering with it in some way. There's a cost that I'm sure it's not being upfront with. When Jason said that he would be able to keep his mind, my first thought was to the fact that I only control the muscular system. I don't touch the nervous system. Theoretically, my host could have kept its mind and just lost all control of its body. I do not wish for that for Jason.
Seems like we have a lot to discuss tomorrow. Sleep. I'm gonna finish my drink and then go to one of our rooms.
Yeah. At this moment, you begin to finish your drink and plan to go to some of the rooms. At this time, for the party as a whole, anything else you guys are doing at this hour before some of us get some rest at this moment?
Gray's also gonna go ahead and head to a room.
Yeah. Who's in the community room, which holds 4, and then who's in the duo? We'll call it the duos room that has 2 beds.
You guys are going to bed, so you guys get the first choice.
Yeah, first dibs.
Yeah.
There's a 4 bed.
If I have my choice, I'm sleeping alone.
Okay.
I'm taking the solo room.
So you take the solo room.
There's
It's a room with 2 and a room with 4.
Oh,
So,
I'll take the
there's
smaller
a-
room.
Okay. Really?
So
You're all
I'll-
forced. You want to go in the smaller room?
I'll go with Jason, or not Jason. I'll go with Thalamir so that I don't have to risk gambling getting Jason in my room.
Smart stuff. As you guys
That's
get-
what I was holding off on. That's why I was holding off.
No, that's really smart. You
I don't-
guys make your way up, and there is a balcony on the interior where you can look down into the actual first level of the bar and tavern. Your guys' room has 2 separate dressers, 2 empty foot lockers that you guys can add items to, pillows, blankets, and then a nightstand that has a oil lantern that could be turned on and off, as well as a window to the room as well. So it's a really nice room. And then actually the room next to you guys here, your guys' neighbors we'll call it, is Ishmark and Irina's room for the evening also. So pretty close to each other. And then this one right next to you guys is that 4-person room. As Thalamir and Gray, you guys begin to settle into some spots and find some places to sleep. For Gestal, Palin, and Jason, conversations you guys have, or do you guys just hit the hay as well?
I'd like to go to the waitress or the bartender.
Mhm.
Is there a room where I might be able to do some work before I go to sleep? I do not wish to disturb anyone else. It is not necessarily loud, but I do need at least a table or something to work on.
Are you just looking for a table, or are you looking for a room for the whole night?
Just for a few hours. I do not intend to sleep.
Then you don't have to worry about getting yourself your own room to pay for. If you want, you can either do the bathhouse on the property. It's usually empty. Or if you want, we do have the farm behind the back that has it has a loft of hay, and it has a few stables that are empty besides one of our horses. Both of them are fair game for you, whatever you'd like to do.
Thank you. I will go to the bar. So,
Just try not to burn the entire place down. We had a group here that was similar, wanting their own space, and they tried to burn down the whole southern half of the inn. So just make sure if you're lighting any candles or doing any occult witchcraft or something like that, that you clean up after yourself, and nothing to worry about.
so it's not the occult witchcraft that bothers you. It is whether or not there is a fire.
Whether or not my business goes down in flames, yes. I don't practice any of those things myself, but in a world like Barovia and in a town like Vallaki, to each their own. Just don't let the guards hear about it, because you look like you're new to Vallaki, and they don't really play a lot of those games, especially with the Baron who runs things inside here.
They are not a fan of outsiders.
No, not really. And your group is a little bit more unique, I guess to say. So, I mean, I'll be honest. If the Baron saw your friend, who's the one with the, you know.
No, I don't. And I'm gonna turn and walk my way out to the bar.
She yells, "He's a walking gourd! He's a walking gourd! You know what I'm talking." As you begin to walk away at this time, Jason, are you inside the room at this current moment?
I'm waiting for Balin. Like as soon as he enters, I will do the same.
Yeah. Then for Jason, you're waiting. Palin, if you would like to go into the room, you're more than welcome to. Unless you have other activities outside you would like to do at this time. Jason, you also see Gestal is in there, but Gray and Thalamir are not in sight.
Or Jason and I finished up chat, and I'd be inside as well. On the timing of that comment, her yelling, "He's a walking gourd," am I hearing that? What is the timing of that?
I would say the second that, like, she says that is the second you actually open up the door and finally get the courage to come back in, and you just hear,
Do I hear that?
"He's a walking gourd." There's no way you miss it, because she did yell it. You just walk out.
I don't think my hand would have left the handle of the door. I'm just gonna pivot and leave again. I'm out.
Oh,
See ya.
God damn it.
As he walks out at this time, you can see the barkeep. She kind of looks over there, looks over at Gestal, and kind of shakes her shoulders as she kind of gets back to pouring drinks and doing some final calls for the night for some of them. Jason, Gestal, you guys watch as Palin leaves. Do you guys follow, or do you guys hit the hay yourself for the evening?
I'm leaving anyway.
Jason will get on top of this table. Like, he's gonna kick whatever it is in here. He's gonna stand
This
up
poor
and be
guy.
like, "You all suck. That man, that is a true hero. That is someone who would die for all of you, and you judge him on his appearance. He's the most human person here. You all disgust me. Shame on you."
As you say that, you hear the gentleman that you're standing on his table yell, "Get your boots off of my map!" as he pulls out what looks to be small metallic cylindrical object and aims it towards your chest as you hear a cocked back sound of some type of mechanism. What do you do?
I'm getting off his table. Not because you told me to. I finished my speech.
This map is one of one. Keep it moving. As he kind of aims and kind of follows you as you begin to walk out of the area at this time. Do you fully leave with Gestal and company, or do you do something else at this moment?
He's just going to grab the 2 drinks he ordered before. He's never actually got them.
He's just gonna tiptoe, grab those drinks, and
You just gotta grab those bottles. Gestal, you're out there with Jason. You guys see our poor Palin is sitting kind of at the edge of the dirt road by himself at this current moment. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna look to Jason, and I'm gonna assume I can tell what his intentions are, what he's kind of trying to do. I'm assuming Jason's gonna try and bring him back, so that's not really Gestal's kind of wheelhouse. So he's gonna make his way to the barn.
Gestal, just before you leave, I hoped you could maybe help me. I'm not good at the talkie-talkie.
Ain't no way.
You tell him he is going to change the opinion. He's got to do it by force. If he
Don't
runs,
you wanna go?
he'll always run. He has to show them that he is better than them. And show them that he is not weak, that he has strength, that he knows what is of value. I will not tell him that because I do not care if he hears it. He already knows it. You want to help him. Do not pity him. Make him better. And he's gonna walk towards the bar.
I'm gonna approach Palin and him one of the drinks. Like, well, Astol just told me a bunch of cool stuff to tell you, but I can't exactly, repeat it because he speaks better than me, but it all boils down to be proud of who you are, know them your strength, and come back when you're ready. I'll let you do what you want.
Jason and Gistal, you guys begin to approach the interior of the Blue Water Inn. Do you guys do anything inside there, or do you guys head to bed, or do you guys have any conversation at this time?
Oh, I'm gonna go to the barn so I can try and turn that the skin that I had into leather armor.
Yeah, feel free to make your
I'm
way
working on it,
all the way around, and there should be a singular door at the bottom left section that leads into the barn. Jason, as you're kind of waiting on the stairs, do you wait for Palin, or do you head to bed, or do anything else at this time?
Jason will sit by the window and wait for about an hour. If Palin doesn't come back, he's going to bed.
Yeah. You can see this girl begins to approach from earlier. She kind of has a smile on her face and sits down and goes, I hate to interrupt again, but I saw that you guys got in a little bit of a fight or situation. What happened out there?
Well, see, this bar is filled, and that's is gonna say those next parts a little bit louder so everyone in the bar can hear him. Mm-hmm. You see, some people judge others based solely on appearance. Their inside is actually much softer.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
She nods and she gets a bottle from the barkeep and she pours a glass for you and for herself. And she leans over and she goes, you know, it's not often that we get new faces in the town of Vallaki. And seeing 5 new faces walking at once probably shocked some people. I hope that our rude welcome isn't something that, scared you and your friends off from staying for a while. I would like to see some new faces here for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Also, why are you paying for why are you paying for my drinks?
Oh, I don't have to pay for them here. I get free drinks.
Oh, damn. Then you're good. Then you just got yourself a best friend. As long as you keep giving me free stuff.
Well, what if we can be more than friends for the night? And she kind of glances over and she kind of nudges her drink, kind of like to just clink glasses with yours. I do have my own suite here, and I do have my own, room. You can always check it out.
You know what? I'd rather not. I just had a very difficult day. I got possessed twice. I feel like I've been walking with 1 HP for a couple days. I'm just
exhausted.
Yeah, I'm kind of exhausted. I wouldn't be able to perform to the best of my abilities.
Oh.
If we end up doing things, I don't want you to leave a bad impression.
Well, I'm a little bit stunned by you saying no, but if you change your mind, I'm right down the hall.
Thank you. Have a good night.
She kind of has this kind of awkward kind of get up, and you can tell she usually does not get rejected as she kind of walks with a little bit of haste and urgency at this time. Jason, you wait. Palin, do you come back within that hour, or do you stay out there for longer for that duration?
It's definitely more than an hour.
Jason, it's been a while. Do you check, or do you head to bed?
I'm heading to bed. I trust Balin will do what is best.
All right. Well, you see that there's a door here, but there's also your companions over here as you make your way up there. For Palin, what have you been up to during this time, and what are you doing for the rest of the evening?
I'm off to look for some sort of magic shops or a potion shop
Yes.
that might be open this late.
So-
I don't know if there's going to be any.
Neither one is open, but you can in the morning check out both. They do have a potion shop, and they have a magic shop as well. As you, what I would assume, walk the streets for a bit, you see both of the locations and make a mental note of it. You also notice that there is a town square as you kind of walk around for a little bit. The town square is partially decorated with what looks to be autumn themes decor. You see that there's leaves that have been bunched up to look like leaf piles. You can see that there are what look to be torches standing, like tiki-style torches, we'll call them, that are placed onto the ground and, are not lit, but they look like they are in preparation to be built. But you do see a few other things. You see that there are dozens, if not 100 or so, pumpkins of various sizes and shapes that have been carved on different shop doorways or residents. But the biggest thing is in the middle of the town square, there's a giant pumpkin. This pumpkin is almost 12 feet tall and 12 feet wide. And it sits in the middle carved. No lights, no illumination. But it looks like there's a festival coming up inside the town.
They slaughtered your people, Palin. They hung them from the rafters.
What a massacre. They butchered my people. Of course, there's
Time for
a
revenge
festival.
now.
Oh, what a tragedy.
You hear somebody yell,
Are there... one of these pumpkins grew legs. What are there any signs or banners that indicate anything more about what's going on?
Yeah, this is the Harvest Moon Festival.
Yeah, of course it is.
You know it is. That is what you can see on the large banners. But in addition, you did find, stapled to one of the posts inside of town. We wouldn't call it staple, we'd call it nailed. What looks to be the Vallakian Talks, which is a newspaper for Vallaki. So it has a little bit of information on there. Nothing that's too kind of crazy, but that is what you see at this location at this time, is this additional kind of resource.
Are these flyers the only thing that are up, or are there actual banners
There
and
are
signs?
actual banners as well, yeah.
And the town square looks pretty empty.
Yeah, it's
no one
pretty
around.
empty, yeah. Maybe people way off in the distance, but nobody who even will acknowledge or notice you where you're at.
Awesome. The banners hung up? Or are they off in a little pile?
Hung up proudly.
How tall to reach a banner?
Most of them are hip level or lower. Some of them are just put together by a few sticks and kind of stretched wide to kind of be visible. And then the ones that hang are within reach of the common person.
Okay.
Helen, you're going to help paint them? You're going to help improve them?
Yeah, I might help out with these signs. I think I will help take some of them down.
To help rebrand them? ?
No, just take them down.
Oh.
They don't need these.
As you begin to, are we talking violently take them down or polite?
Of course, yeah. No, this is angry.
You begin to rip these banners and stuff out of the town square at this time. Gestal, we have you going into the barn to perhaps work on a certain project at this moment. We have a lot going on. We have most of the party getting some sleep upstairs with Jason, with Thalamir, and Gray. One of the first true rests that we've had in a while. Ishmark and Irina have successfully made it here to the Vallakian town. Before Palin and Gestal, you're up to some good stuff as you are working on a few things inside the barn that we'll be getting to soon. and then Palin dealing with the waves of just sadness of something that you cannot really change about yourself at all as you are ripping and tattering some of these banners down. We have a lot as we finally made our way into the town of Vallaki, and a lot of stuff that we'll have to check out next week as we end today's session right there. We'll be on the 11th session already of Curse of Strahd Revamped. It has flown by at this time as we continue our journey here. Who knows what's next? We got banners getting ripped up in the middle of the night. Gestal is doing something mysterious or some type of project inside the barn, and we have company getting some sleep, and a lot of stuff on our table for next time. But from all of us, from John, from HP, from Nate, from Connor, from Gestal, Frost, and everybody from us on Critical Failures, thank you so much for watching. See you 8:30 p.m. next Wednesday. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye bye.